How are we doing, guys? Moose here, back for episode number 31 of our West Ham United career mode. And as you can see, things have not gotten off to the best start here at the beginning of Season 2. We're currently sitting bottom of the table in the Barclays Premier League after 3 matches. Just a single point. We're really struggling, but we're coming off a fantastic victory against Ipswich in our Capital One Cup match where we put up 5 goals. So hopefully we're going to be able to go into our next match against Arsenal using that momentum to turn it into something positive. But let's see if we have anything going on before getting into that Arsenal match here, as we're still in the summer transfer window. Alright, so I'm actually going to make the decision to sign up one of our youth players, 16 years old, Fabricio Massana. He's Spanish, he's got 83 to 89 potential, but he's already very solid. Good dribbling, good ball control, free kick taking, not bad at all. Not terrible paced for a center forward, so let's give him a shot. We're going to sign him up and see if he'll come join the club. So there we go, future first team player contract for Massana. And as you can see, we have had our loan offer accepted for Gabriel, that striker. I said I would put in a loan to buy offer, eventually had to revise it to just a loan offer, and they have accepted the 1-year loan. I'm going to stall it for right now till we get past the Arsenal game, just to see if anything else develops, if we're going to want to bring him in or if we don't need him. But right now we do have that in our back pocket at least. Alright, and so there is our Rolando Aarons inquiry. I said I'd put in £3.8 million if we want to bring in the winger. Alright, and so we are heading into the Arsenal match. This is the lineup we're going to run out. Dybala is going to be back up top. We're still going to go with that Lanzini behind the striker because it worked so well in the last match we played. We should have came away with the victory, but we were just unfortunately robbed. Payet's going to be on the left wing, Carrillo on the right wing, Gortzka and Chiante combining and holding midfield. Medin's going to get the start left back. This is going to be his real test against a top-tier Premier League opposition. Reed and Ogbonna in the center with Vanderveer on the right and Butland in goal. Tough fixture it's going to be here at the Emirates, obviously, but hopefully we can stain up the carpet. So here's the Arsenal lineup. Szczesny in goal, Debuchy, Koscielny, Gabriel Monreal, Wilshere finally healthy, Ramsey, Cazorla, Walcott, Giroud, and Alexis Sanchez. Ozil's on the bench, Oxlade-Chamberlain on the bench. They've also brought in David Luiz. You can see he's on the bench, as is Petr Cech in goal. Oh, Correa's taking away a sloppy back pass. Can we hit him on a counter here? He's whipped it in. Dybala can't get there. Lanzini. Gortzka. Plays Lanzini through. He's fouled, I think. Dangerous position. I don't know if I should give it to Payet or Dybala, who's got unbelievable free kick stats. Payet! Oh, it's a great save from Szczesny. Oh, Correa's played Dybala into space. He's done really well to bring it down. Skips a man. Into space. Paulo! Straight at the hands of Szczesny. Correa. Dybala. Flick it around him. You got the pace. You got the pace. Paulo. He's been brought down. Penalty. Surely. Referee. Come on. This is the moment. Ramsey's brought down Paulo Dybala. You naughty boy. And Dybala's going to be the man to step up and take it. Come on, Paulo. Back of the net, Paulo Dybala. 1-0 West Ham United, 45th minute. Come on, boys. Finally, let's hold on, get that victory. First goal for the club for Paulo. He's an iron now. True and true. He's going to be the next iteration, Argentinian Tevez. Oh, it's up. Near post, rebound OP. Giroud, that pretty looking bastard, puts it in. Butland has just been shocking. I might bring Randolph back in. Just walk through. FIFA, I hate when it doesn't let you switch to the player you want till way too late. Then Reed was pulled out of position. Dybala for a second. That's an unbelievable save by Szczesny. The passing up the field was masterful, but Dybala just couldn't find the back of the net. Great header. Down. Chiante. Get on to it. Come on. Carrillo. Another save from Szczesny. Block. Chiante. Poke it. It's hit off the post. Szczesny might have got a piece. But another great chance. Oh, that's an unbelievable ball. Butland, what a save. Jackie coming through. Payet. DEBACLE! He's got two! Demi Payet's laid it off to him. He's found it, and we are back in front. What a finish. DEBACLE, his second of the night, his second in his career for the Hammers, and he is well on his way to becoming a Hammers legend if he's going to help lead us to a victory over Arsenal, no doubt about it. Payet whips it in. We've got to win one of these. I think it's going to be offsides. Kiate, back post Carrillo! Can't float it over the top of Szczesny. Kiate. Lanzini, that could be in. 3-1. Yes, it's on the back of the net. Manuel Lanzini, he's coming to his own in that position behind the striker. Works a lovely bit of play. Goretzka finds him making the run, and he just puts it in the back of the net. It's unbelievable. We got that Argentine connection. We're going samba dancing in South America with our Argentine boys. 3-1. Come on, you Irons. Oh. Somehow that wasn't a penalty. I can't believe it. Lanzini. For DEBACLE, if he can get through. Hit it across the goal. Szczesny with the save. That would have been a hat trick. Other corner. That's got to be Butland's. Why are you punching? Catch it, Jack. Get in the goal now. What a save from Butland. He makes up for it. Full-time whistle. We finally got a win in the Premier League, and it comes away at the Emirates. We walked all over that carpet with our shoes on. Beautiful performance. 3-1, all coming through the strength of our Argentine connection. DEBACLE with a pair, and Manuel Lanzini with a goal as well. Unbelievable. You can see the fans are singing bubbles right now. It's unbelievable win. Paulo DEBACLE with 8 shots, showing off why we brought him in for all that money from Juventus, and hopefully he can keep that up moving through the season. And if we take a look at the match stats, 19 shots, obviously 8 of those coming through DEBACLE, but 19 shots, 13 on target. Arsenal winning the possession battle as you would expect from the Gunners, but they never really posed a threat. Butland had to make 1 or 2 really nice saves, but otherwise we were the dominant force, hit them on the counter really hard, and created so many chances. And as such, the man of the match of the entire match actually went to Szczesny, the Arsenal keeper, who played very, very well. But my man of the match has to be Paulo DEBACLE. A pair of goals. He was creating havoc. Gets 3 points in my voting. 2 points from me are actually going to go to Andre Carrillo. I thought he was sublime out on the right-hand side. Finally shown why we brought him in. And 1 point to Manuel Lanzini, who's just looked like an entirely new player. We played him out on the right for the most part last season. He was decent. He was very good. Showed off the skill he has. But since we moved him inside to where Payet was playing last season, Lanzini has affected a whole new role of change. And Payet's looked very good out on the wing as well, because we know how skilled he is. So it hasn't really taken away any from Payet's game, but it's added so much to Lanzini's game. It's done very well for us. So that's how we are going to hand out the points for this matchup. We've also now gotten a couple of transfer RTC for Andy Carroll and Pedro Obiang. Now, Carroll and Obiang aren't starters, but they're also not guys that are really, we're looking to move out of the club. So it's an interesting move here to see what we're going to want to do. It depends really on the offer, on the money, because they're not guys that I'm looking to sell, but for the right offer, maybe we'll move them on because, you know, they are valuable members of the club. So Carroll, we can see Sunderland, ooh, comes in with $9.5 million. Not a bad bid for Andy, but I feel like I have to reject this because there's no way. Andy Carroll came up with Newcastle. He's a Newcastle fan, born and bred and raised Newcastle. There's no way he's going to want to play for Sunderland, so I feel like I have to reject this. Plus, he's really, I think, my second choice striker, as well as Sacco played in that cup match. Carroll, Sir Andrew, Lord of Carroll. Come on, he's a West Ham staple here. We need to keep him, so we are going to reject that offer first. Now, let's see what the Obiang offer is. Ooh, Stuttgart want to take him to the Bundesliga for $9 million. Now, he's worth 7.5. He's 78 overall. However, even at 78 overall, that puts him joint with Goretzka for our top 2 CMs. However, he hasn't played fantastically. He had 2 goals in our last matchup, which was a really great performance from him, but he still hasn't broken into the starting lineup. Kiate and Goretzka have that hold knocked down. And honestly, Noble's probably played better than Obiang overarchingly throughout the series so far. So we'll at least counter an offer for him, but I'm not looking to sell him. So I'm thinking like 16.5 million, something outlandish. That if we'll say 17.5. That if we sell him for anywhere near that amount, all right, I'll at least, you know, recoup some good money. But we don't really want to sell him, so that's what we'll go. We'll submit that offer, 17.5 million for Stuttgart. And we get some news. Let's see. Masana has accepted his contract, so I'm excited to see him in the first team. Oh, 13 million. That's a chunk of change right there. All right, so let's take a moment. We're gonna have to think about this. I'm gonna have to take a look at, if we sell him, what kind of replacements we're gonna bring in with that money, because I don't want to sell him and not have anyone to come in and fill his position. Alright guys, so following that Obiang offer, I have put to you guys, we had a vote on Twitter. Over 90% of you who responded said that we should sell Obiang for at least 14 million. That was the price I had put on. I'm going to then counter offer now with 15 million and hopefully get an offer back from Stuttgart that they'll accept it. It's a shame. Obiang was very, very good for us in the last matchup, but for such an incredible offer for him, I don't think we can pass it up. And so there we are. We have the 15 mil counter offer set up for the 78 overall Obiang. It's double his value, so I feel like you're getting good money there. Also, we then saw we had our loan offer for Gabriel accepted to take him on loan. I decide I'm going to accept it. It's only 20K a week in wages. That's it. No fee, nothing like that. So I think it'll be great to give him a shot to see what he can do up front. Potentially on the wings as well, because he has decent pace, and see if he's a player maybe we're going to want for the future. So we are going to bring him in on loan. Alright guys, so if we take a look then at our budget, we're currently at around about £4 million in the transfer budget available and about 40K a week wages. If we sell Obiang, that'll be about 30 grand a week more, and about 11-12 mil depending on how much the board gives us back from that sale. So we're going to need some depth to replace him. My thought process here is I want to save that money because I don't think we're going to be able to improve our starting lineup any further with the amount of money that we're going to have. So it's not worth it to bring in a new starting player. So I think we're just going to try and bring in someone to replace Obiang without spending his fee, because then we'll have it in case we need it in the summer. Excuse me, not in the summer, in January. If someone wants to leave, if they try to force a move and we have to sell them, then we'll have some money to replenish their value. So that's really the way I'm looking at it right now. And as I mentioned, I said we want to bring in someone that can replace Obiang. We're not going to replace him like for like style-wise, but these are the two holding midfield or midfield area players I'm looking at. Dele Alli from Tottenham Hotspur. I don't know if they'll want to sell him to us as a London rival, but we want to at least take a look at him. And Ruben Neves from FC Porto. I know he is going to be a fantastic player just from seeing him around the globe. We know he develops into a great player. So we're going to take a look at both of these boys on loan. I might put in a future fee for either of them, but for right now, we're just going to look for them on loan. So we put in a 1-year loan offer for Ali. And now Ruben Neves, I'm also going to put in a 1-year loan offer, but I'm going to at least test the water with a 6.5 million future fee to see if Porto will go with that. If not, we'll just go in for the loan. And we get a transfer offer now from Winston Reid, 11 million from Monaco. We're going to reject it. It's a decent offer for him, but we're not going to have enough time to replace him. Two new messages. Let's see. Porto says they're not sure they want to sell him at the end of a loan. So they were going to accept the loan, but they're going to decline that fee. So I think it'll end up being a similar situation to what we'd have had with Gabriel. So we're just going to go in for a 1-year loan, no future fee. Just take him in for this season to give us a bit of cover in that central midfield area. And we've gotten a counteroffer on the Obiang deal, 14 million from their 13 that they offered. We're going to counteroffer it one more time. We're going to go 14.5 million. Hopefully Stuttgart will accept it, and we'll see Obiang leave the club. And we get, as I said, like I expected to happen, Spurs have said, no, we've decided we can't loan Dele Alli out to you just because you're a rival team. I don't even want to buy him. I want to develop him for you. But whatever. And a transfer offer for Dani Ceballos. Let's take a look at this. Oh my goodness. Real Madrid have come in 14.5 million. What? This is unprecedented. Alright, so I'm still in shock over this offer for Ceballos from Real Madrid. And I've decided to at least give them a chance at a counter offer because Ceballos is Spanish. It's the biggest club arguably in Spain alongside Real Madrid is alongside Barcelona. And so I want to at least give him the opportunity, or Real Madrid the opportunity, to match an offer that I feel is worthy for his talent and they can possibly bring him back in. So what we're going to do is counter 20 million because he hasn't settled here. You know, he's been okay. He looked much better in the last match we played, but he's not been spectacular. So we are going to allow a counter offer. We're going to 20 million, see what Real Madrid says. And there it is. We can see Stuttgart has matched the Obiang deal. They've gone ahead with it. They are going to try and negotiate a contract and get things hashed out. Then we'll see Pedro Obiang leaving the club here very shortly, as long as everything is done and dusted before the end of the transfer window here. And we have had our loan offer for Ruben Neves accepted. We're going to hold off on that just to wait to see that the Obiang deal does go through, and then we'll accept that Neves loan offer. Oh my goodness, Real Madrid have matched it. Whew. So, 3 hours left in the transfer window. We can see Real Madrid have matched our £20 million counteroffer for Ceballos, and that could see him heading to the Spanish capital if they can complete a contract and get everything negotiated, all the paperwork done here in the final couple of hours. So, huge turn of events. We could have a ton of money coming in. I don't think it's going to particularly hurt us depth-wise if he does leave. So, this is just a huge turn of events, and we could have a ton of money come January to bring in reinforcements if we need them. We can see somebody's been sold. It is Obiang has gone for 11 million, but we haven't heard back about the Ceballos deal, and I don't think in the final hour of the transfer window deadline anything can actually happen, which means Ceballos, in spite of Real Madrid making a £20 million offer that we accepted, they're not going to get their paperwork done in time, and Ceballos is going to stay at the club for the next 6 months. Not dissimilar to the David De Gea situation. Fee was agreed, everything was, ship-shape, but they just didn't get the paperwork in, so he won't be leaving. And, of course, with Obiang leaving, that means we are going to bring in Ruben Neves. We're going to accept that offer. Ruben, welcome to the club. You can see what our transfer budget is now. Big funds that we could maybe use in January if we need to. But Ruben, welcome to the club. If we take a look at Ruben Neves, he is a top quality player here. Well-rounded. I mean, he's pretty much value for value equal with Obiang. So very happy to have brought him in. He'll fill in that spot very, very nicely. And so with transfer window winding down, we can see some of the big moves. Toni Kroos going to Manchester United. Coutinho to Atletico Madrid. Nainggolan went to Liverpool. We, of course, brought in Paulo Dybala. We've seen Kivrak, the goalkeeper's gone to Stoke. They finally found a replacement for Butland, who came, of course, to us last season. Obiang's gone to Stuttgart. So some really, really big deals. Carvalho went to Valencia for like 27.5 million. So some big deals. David Luiz to Arsenal. Bojan's moved to Crystal Palace. As we just kind of flick through here, you can see Nainggolan with Coutinho leaving. Big moves there. United strengthened their central midfield. And, of course, we were movers and shakers. We've brought in 5 players, essentially, or 6 players, excuse me. 2 on loan in Gabriel and Neves. Goretzka and Dybala we paid for, and Karim van der Wiel came in on free transfers. So, pretty, exciting transfer deadline day. Doesn't look like Ceballos is going to be leaving as we go forward here. Deadline day is over. Danny Ceballos, for all his waggering for a move, he's still going to be at the club at least until January. So hopefully he can then come in and put in a good shift for us to show, what he can do and maybe angle for a future move at Real Madrid. But we are going to finish up this with a squad report. We're just going to go through the squad here and take a look at the players we have. Goalkeeper-wise, Jack Butland, Darren Randolph, very solid. Van der Wiel and Iorfa at right back again. Strong depth. Ogbonna, Reed, Tompkins, and we want to see more out of Reece Oxford this season. Left back, Sam Medine seems to have usurped Aaron Cresswell for that starting spot, at least right now. Kiyate, Neves, we got plenty of holding midfielders. Noble, Goretzka as well. Very strong there. Just really a solid squad overall. We're looking to see what DEBACLE can do. Even Valencia's gone up to 77, so if he can make an impact. And we've got guys like Callum Wilson still in the team alongside Gabriel. So we have a lot of guys that have an opportunity to make a name for themselves. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. That's going to get us through the transfer window and the live portion of the episodes. We're going to go back. We're going to do 3 matches an episode now, the rest of the way until January, just to get this season moving on, and see how well we can do and hopefully get us into Europe as soon as possible, which will be great fun. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like on the episode to let me know you've enjoyed it, and just I appreciate all the interactive work you guys have done on this. It's been great fun. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new, and as always, continue to comment. Let me know what you think, because we're going now into no more transfer talk, really. You can give me hammers, headlines that you want to see, even storylines that we should bring in that might have to do with transfer. Something about Ceballos, of course, wanting to leave, or anyone else. So, as always, guys, thank you so much. Leave those in the comments, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Like we always do with this time. I got to shine.